Last week, I attended a breakfast meeting at Harper McLeod in Inverness. The subject, crowdfunding, and in particular why Scotland lags so far behind in the take-up of crowdfunding. The meeting was chaired by Tim Wright, who wrote a report on this subject in 2013. When I was putting this together, I went looking for a definition of crowdfunding, and the one on the screen at the moment is the one that I like. What it boils down to is that you broadcast the details of your project over the internet and you ask for funding from members of the general public. This is certainly not a soft option when it comes to raising finance. It takes a lot of time and effort to put the campaign together. So why do it? Now, it may be you're just looking for finance either as a loan or as shares, but many campaigns are looking for donations. Another option might be that in return for a small investment, you are building a community who are supportive of your brand and help promote your own cause. There are a large number of crowdfunding sites out there on the internet, and they are still growing. They're all slightly different. Some will only provide loans, some will be looking for loans and shares. Most require 2 years trading. Some will look after startups. So how is the offer put together? Now, it requires that you do your homework in advance because you're going to have to explain to all your potential investors how their money is going to be used. You set the amount that you want, you set the deadline, which is fixed, and then the countdown begins, and visitors can track the success of your efforts. So let's look at how a typical campaign might develop. Initially, the support will come from close family and friends, contacts and known connections. Once the project has got some traction, others not related or not known to the owner will come in to support the campaign they believe in. And that is why it's so important to tell potential investors why you do what you do. It will have been hard work getting these prospects to consider your project, and you want as many people as possible to know about it. So it's all about good old-fashioned internet marketing. Not forgetting, of course, the importance of launch parties and local media, and face-to-face with individuals and interested groups. You will need to decide what investment you're looking for. You need to decide whether it's loans or share capital. And always remember that if you're giving away share capital, you're also giving away part of the business, and with it, some control. It may be that you're looking for a donation, and we've given the example later on of the People versus Alistair Carmichael. Or it may be that by allowing very small investors, you build a large pool of potential customers. So what about the business you're trying to fund? Some crowdfunding platforms, such as SquareNot, will help startups, and we've given the example of McGregor's Bars later on. Others will only look at established businesses, but these might be funding new projects, business expansions, or even the acquisition of competitors. If you go to the various crowdfunding platforms, you'll see many examples of projects, but I've included just 2 here. McGregor's Bars is a project run by Bruce McGregor, who many of you will know from Blazing Fiddles, and it is to redevelop a building in Academy Street in Inverness to create a Scottish craft beer and spirits bar. The People versus Alistair Carmichael is a quite different project because it is raising funds to challenge his election as an MP following the last general election. Tim Wright, who chaired the meeting at Harper McLeod, is presently compiling a new report on the uptake of crowdfunding in Scotland. He is seeking views from all sources, and part of this is a survey. It's quite quick, it'll only take you 10 minutes, and it's completely anonymous. So please go to this link and take the survey. His original report was published in 2013, and it was this report that showed that Scotland was lagging behind in the uptake of crowdfunding. If you'd like to see the original report, just follow the link below the screen. The new report will be published later this year, and it will help to answer some of the questions about why Scotland is behind and what can be done to encourage crowdfunding as a source of business finance. Crowdfunding projects come in all shapes and sizes. Some are quite small and others are substantial. We even know of some where the bank was completely bypassed and the company went straight to crowdfunding. So if this is something that might be of interest to you, just get in touch. I'm Alan Long from the Long Partnership, making life less taxing.